Hey there, everybody. This is Sean from the California Kings, and I'm here with a little bit of Space Hulk Ascension today. A friend of mine had just recently got the game and has been having some problems with it, so I figured now would be a good time to start up a video series and, do a tutorial, like how to play and succeed and early on, 'cause I don't have the Salamanders DLC yet, and he got the game when it was on Steam sale with the Salamanders DLC and immediately jumped into that, so I'm assuming that his immediate problem was probably that that campaign was geared to more veteran players since it's the latest DLC, especially since the Salamanders get two heavies as opposed to just one per squad. And so I'm gonna not quite jump into this, but just kind of go over some stuff real quick. I'm gonna go to the loadout first thing and go over some stuff. Uh, Attributes, ballistic skill, very good for when you're on Overwatch and shooting at stuff. You need a good high ballistic skill if you want to actually hit stuff, which is probably the most important thing in the game unless you're actually playing as the Space Wolves, which fight better in melee. Agility determines your action points. This is also very, very important because if you don't have a very high agility, you're not going to be able to perform very many actions like reloading, cooling down your weapon, and then moving. If you have a very low agility like it is right now, if you're on Overwatch, you're going to be able to reload, cool your weapon, and your weapon probably won't be cooled down all the way if you're firing a lot. So, we got perception here. This is the range at which you can detect gene stealers coming up on you. Pretty useful, but not mandatory. Toughness. Now, this is another one of those mandatory ones, because if ballistic skills fail you and the RNG just does not work in your favor, then the gene stealers are going to get right up in your face, and toughness is all that's standing between you and imminent death. Weapon skill, not too terribly important from what I can tell unless you're Space Wolves, because I think this determines your chance to hit when you're attacking an enemy as opposed to defending, which toughness covers. Willpower, very useful for librarians. Not sure if it's so much for any other people. However, Broodlords have psychic attacks, and I haven't dealt with too many Broodlords yet, so I don't know. It could be pretty useful in the event of a Broodlord attack. Alright, so what I'm going to do here is my primary squad is going to be composed of a librarian, heavy, and 3 ranged guys. Just to ease into it and show off some stuff. This is your equipment. Servo skull scanners, very useful. They ping around stuff in a static location, show where gene stealers are coming up on you. Only normal guys and sergeants can get equipment. Heavies do not get equipment, neither do librarians. Important to know. The psychic abilities for the librarian are hellishly useful. So, the Rune Priest for the Space Wolves, I noticed, didn't really have too many spells, but I started playing Blood Angels recently and noticed that there's a plethora of spells available right off the bat. Its default is either Prescience or Psychic Storm Target, neither of which sounded good. I decided to go with Blood Boil immediately because it sounded like a fun spell, but it actually turned out to be ridiculously overpowered, so I'm going to show that off. Okay, so I'm going to go to campaign map. I like to start on the Ultramarines campaign. The start of the Blood Angels campaign is kind of boring, but I think that's because it's meant to ease beginners in, so highly recommended that you go there if you're new. But this is also good because it's interesting, keeps you engaged, and is moderately challenging right from the beginning. Okay, so we're going to go into secure your ground now that I have all my guys set up and good to go. We're going to go with Squad Willis, just these 5 guys, Willis, Van Dam, Seagal, Statham, and Jackson, and we're going to delve on in. Okay, so our objective is to get to that center room, deactivate the shield, and then get all our guys out of here. I never lead off with my librarian because he's a really excellent support guy, so I'm going to start off with Seagal.
In position.
Have him round that corner. Because we're going to have Gene Stealers coming from this way, because there's a spawn point off in that direction somewhere. Okay, so Statham's got a high toughness, so we're going to have him go out first. Lead the way towards the objective. Alright, now I'm going to bring out Willis and keep him behind Statham. Now the next two don't really matter as much
Box receipt,
for the moment anyways,
Yes,
at least as far as order goes. So I'm just going to march him out like that.
Clear a path.
I'm going to have Seagal drop a scanner. That way we can keep an eye on the movement going on in this area as we move through the hallway. Alright, Gene Stealers are moving. Onwards, brothers, to glory, yo! Right.
Order confirmed. Holding.
We're going to set him in Overwatch just to keep an eye on our ass side. And Statham's going to lead on forward. I tend to take this very slowly just in case things try to get the jump on me. I don't really detect anything, so I'm just going to say we're safe for now.
Moving to target coordinates.
Alright, we're going to end turn here.
Clear
So
a
I'm going to
path.
have him go there. Ah,
Going
set
to
him into Overwatch just in case my first spell fails. Okay, so we're going to go into the Psychic Skills tab here. Click Blood Boil. And not quite close enough to get him yet, so move forward a little bit. Blood Boil hits this entire area here. So if you have a lot of Gene Stealers bunched up, then you can just like take them all out at the same time. It's really ridiculously useful. Now it missed that guy, I was kind of expecting that, but no big deal, because I have that guy on Overwatch, we'll be okay. Hopefully. Unless things go terribly wrong. So things went terribly well. Alright, so we're gonna press on.
Taking position.
Now to cover my advance here, I'm gonna take my heavy flamer guy. Just shoot a long fire down that hallway to prevent their movement.
Cleanse.
Now during their turn they cannot pass through the flames, so I am safe at least during their turn on that side. So we'll open this door here, and just about done with this turn here. Gonna have this guy start moving backwards. You can see he's got some Gene Stealers coming up on him. Thankfully he's got a long haul ahead of him, so he should be okay. As you can see, Seagal's making some relatively short work of those Gene Stealers, though one got pretty close. Going to cool down weapon. 69% chance to shoot him, so I'm going to take it and... yeah, success, that's what I'm talking about.
Clear a path.
Now since it's clear down here, we'll back him up a little bit more. Okay, so... we're gonna just like crawl ahead rather slowly because there's a spawn point in the objective room. Gonna toss another flame shot down that hallway.
Let them fall before us.
Always handy to try and get your heavy some kills to get him experience. Once you get the Vulcan pattern flamer, he'll have more ammo, so very useful, very necessary.
My aim is true.
Okay, I'm gonna have him overwatch while we move on down this way. Alright.
My bolter has failed me.
I'm sorry about your failure of a bolter. Alright.
Obstruction
Cool him
removed.
down a little bit and just gonna creep forward a touch. See, this is why high ability points matter, because you can't really do too much if you have to reload and cool down your weapon and move all at the same time, because then you can't go into Overwatch if you use too many ability points. So I'm going to put a skull scanner here to keep an eye on this area. Now this guy's got 2 ability points aside from his Overwatch, so if you remove him from Overwatch he'll have 4 abilities, so I'll move forward just a touch. Drop a skull scanner right there to increase my range of detection. See how this guy's doing over here. Things are looking okay so far, so I'm going to back him up 2 spaces this turn. Alright. Things are looking pretty good so far. Can't really complain. I can reload, pull down his weapon. See how you're doing over here. Okay, we got some guys beginning to creep up, but not an immediate problem. So I think I can get away with one more backup before these guys start crawling into the hallway. Okay, so to deal with this guy, I'm going to try and use a psychic skill to move him out of the way. Meditation takes 4 ability points, so agility is pretty important for your librarian, as meditation restores. Oh, nice, got him. I love how they just kind of puff up and explode. They don't really have like a sound file for it, so it's kind of weird at times.
Scanning for enemy movement.
Okay, so I'm gonna creep up there. Usually the gene stealers will tend to spawn closer to the guys who are furthest ahead, so we're going to see a lot of attention around here in the objective room, and probably from this hallway, but we're not going to see too many guys from this way for now. They'll probably start like coming through straight towards the objective room later on. Alright, back him up once. Set him into Overwatch. Oh, he's low on ammo, I didn't notice that. Well, he should be fine for now, because Gene Stealers can only move 6 spaces because they have 6 AP, so it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, he'll be fine. Knowledge is power, they say.
Objective logged.
Alright, so I'm gonna actually just move him ahead 1 more space and just block their spawn point.
Moving out.
I'm not gonna make too many risky moves yet. I need to be able to pull my guys back as we move, because the objective is to deactivate the shield and then exit with as many Terminators as possible. At least 3 have to survive.
Xenos contact spotted.
Alright, let's see if we're going to get a blood boiling on this guy. Alright.
You shall be cleansed.
Successfully killed that guy, so I'm just going to meditate this turn. Restore some of my focus points down there. You can see I have 11. Blood Boil costs 2 each time, and with my current willpower, meditation only restores 2. So it's going to be a trade-off of 2 per time I meditate. If I keep it up, I should be able to maintain the upkeep. Yeah, this hallway's looking good, so I'm gonna start aggressively pulling back now. This guy's doing fine as well, so we're gonna go. Gonna set this guy into Overwatch as well, so we can keep an eye on that doorway on the south. This is where things start to get a little ugly when we get into this room. Okay, so I'm gonna lead off with a Blood Boil, see if I can't annihilate all 2 of them right there. Yeah, I can't get the 3rd one in the effect, so we'll see how that works out.
You shall be cleansed.
Okay, so I got 1 of them. Not bad, not terribly good.
Overwatch protocol initiated.
His ballistic skill and toughness isn't all that great, and I don't want to lose my librarian right off the bat, so
Stay alert,
I'm
brother.
gonna set that guy onto Overwatch, because he'll at least have 2 panels to cover him before things get ugly. I'm gonna move him there for now.
Move it, brother.
Things are getting a little hairier. Okay, so move there. At least get started on our primary objective. Have him activate or deactivate the shield. Okay, so here's risk time.
Target.
Ooh. Oh, that was really close there. Not even gonna lie.
Taking
That was
position.
almost really bad. So I'm gonna take another gamble here. See if I can't remove some threats.
Beware the alien.
Yeah, success. Starting to run low on focus points as far as things go, so gonna try and start being a little more thrifty with that and actually meditating more, but I need to get to the objective room before I can do that. Okay, so I'm going to use this turn to meditate and blood boil these guys over here.
You shall be
Alright.
cleansed.
That removes them from the picture. So now I can start aggressively moving forward again. Or aggressively retreating? Yeah. Things are still looking pretty safe here, so that's a good thing. Now, normally when I come here, I stick around and farm gene stealers to boost my guys through rank faster, because the objective room is really ridiculously easy to hold.
Contact. A righteous kill.
But this time through, I'm just going to rush through it since I'm on a bit of a time budget with this video. At least get him halfway turned around so that he can cover the flank sooner. That guy's still not in harmful distance.
I have movement, brothers.
Alright, we're gonna turn you around, and first shot's a miss. 69%, we're gonna take another shot. Alright, that's working out. Set him on Overwatch for now as everybody files into the room.
Securing position. Affirmative.
Okay, so let's take a look around here. Things are looking moderately good. It's going to take the Gene Stealers a little bit of time to work their way around down this way, so hopefully I can beat them to the punch.
Beware the alien.
Gonna use a long shot, take out as much of that hallway for traversing as possible. I mean, I don't think there are any within range to actually get through there, but just in case. Never hurts to be careful, especially on a Space Hulk. Okay, so he looks like he's moderately safe to move back a little more for now. I want to keep him in range of my Psyker just in case. Alright, this looks like a good spot to end turn.
Attack protocol. Xenos contact spotted.
Alright, we got one coming up down there, and we got some guys coming up from north. So I'm gonna turn this guy around, put him on Overwatch while he covers this guy's retreat into here. I'm also going to close the door because that'll cost them an ability point to open it. Well, actually... no, that really won't matter too much. I think he'd still probably be able to attack, so I'm going to see if I can't blood boil him. Get him out of the way. Alright. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you can start to see how useful the librarian is now, especially when you start boosting his willpower so that meditation increases his focus points more than you're using on blood boil, and his willpower will also increase the success chance of blood boil, so double useful. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and close that door. That'll hinder their movement for just a little bit. So I'm gonna move him slightly ahead, and we're gonna burn down this hallway here. Just like really wreck their ability to move. That's looking good. It's looking good, everything's looking great so far. And turn.
Hostile targets ahead.
It's all about covering the retreat. so I can't use meditation this time since I used a bit of ability points to move out of that guy's way. But it's not worth it yet. We'll wait for them to bunch up a little bit. See if we can't catch them with their pants down. Alright, enter. Alright, this looks like a good opportunity to see if we can't schmuck them. Oh yeah, all three are in range, so let's see if this happens.
The machine spirits
Alright,
by fire.
that is what I'm talking about. Okay, so I'm really low on focus points, so I'm going to meditate. Bring that back up to 5. And first I'm going to have this guy go. Alright. So we got some Gene Stealers coming up there. Cast another flame down that hallway. Start moving you forward. Really, at this point, it's just like imperative to just get my guys to there as safely and quickly as possible before they actually start catching on to my movements a bit more. So I'm going to move this guy through, keep the line flowing. Now we've got like a great opening going here, so I'm going to press the advantage and get as many guys out as I can. This is where it's also going to get ugly, because the moment I step out of this room with my librarian, this spawn point is no longer going to be blocked, so I'm going to have guys coming right up on my ass.
Contacts.
Something about fools, you've activated my trap card? Yeah, that sounds about right. Okay, so let's see. Focused fire seems like it's going to do the most damage here. Yeah, we'll roll with focused fire. Alright, so he's got 4 AP, so he can reload his weapon. I'm not entirely sure how many reloads a heavy flamer gets. If it's limited, if it's not limited, etc., etc. Okay, so this is where things are going to start getting really ugly really fast. And, well, here goes.
None shall survive.
Thank God for that power sword. Alright, so that's that guy out of the way. Let's see. Probably gonna want to move this guy back
Clear a
first.
path. Clear a path. Beware the alien.
Things getting really risky here, you can tell now. Oh my God, I lost my librarian. Well, yeah. As long as I succeed the mission, I suppose that's all that really matters. But, yeah. That's what happens when you're not terribly careful. Okay, so he can...
With all
He's gonna
due
go.
haste.
Move back. Move back. I can at least salvage the rest of the team, and that's the most important part.
The angel demands justice.
Okay, so movement's going to be hindered for them next turn, so I should be able to escape
I
with
have
the rest of my
movement
team.
prowess.
Alright. So we made it out, and yeah, we lost our librarian, which is probably because I was being a little too hasty at the end there, trying to rush through this mission, but yeah, that's some basics. Librarian's extremely useful. You can see he got the most kills there at like 13. And I've got a new no-name librarian to replace him. Poor bastard. But yeah, that's the first mission of Space Hulk Ascension, the Ultramarines campaign. And yeah, I'll see you later as I maybe post more of this. Not sure yet. But I just wanted to show that off for one of my friends there, so that he can see some basic tactics and stuff to try out and maybe not get wiped out by gene stealers. So, yeah, y'all have a good day. Like, comment, subscribe, and catch you on the flip side.